I have a Valentine's Day story for you. It's one of my favorite stories. So before I became a full-time teacher, I used to work at McDonald's in Corpus Christi. I'd go in about 4:30 or 5 in the morning and work until about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I would drive over to this town called Taft, which was about 60 miles away, 1 hour. And I would teach there at night and then come back. So working at McDonald's, I would run into all kinds of people. Some were nice, some were not. I could tell you some crazy stories about people. But every Valentine's Day, I just remember this because this is one of the things that actually happened. So I'm working in the register, and these two kids come in, and you can tell they're on their first date, and they're probably maybe 6th grade. I'm sure they weren't older than that. I would say 5th or 6th grade, boy and a girl. So they come up to the counter, and they're all whispering, "What do you want? What do you want?" So they put in their order. I don't remember what the first order was, but they each order something. I rang it up. Boy counts out his money. He doesn't have enough. Doesn't have even close to enough. So he's like, okay. Well, they change their order, and they get a 10-piece nugget meal each. So I close out the other order. I ring it up. Tell him the price. Counts out his money. He still doesn't have enough. By now, he's getting really embarrassed. So he looks at the girl, and this was so sweet. He says, "Okay, I won't eat. You get whatever you want." And the girl's like, "No, we'll share it." So they get one 10-piece nugget meal. I ring it up. He counts out the money. He still doesn't have enough. Now, there's no way that I could have helped out because I wasn't a manager. I couldn't have given him free food even if I wanted to, but there's no way for me to do that. By now, the boy looks like he is about to cry. He is so embarrassed and he is so flustered. And I can't do anything about it. And I'm feeling so bad for the boy. I'm, about to get upset too. By this time, there's a long line behind him, people waiting to make their order. Well, it just so happened that the guy right behind him was this huge guy. If you know who Brock Lesnar is, the wrestler, that's what he looked like. He was huge, and he had blonde hair and blue eyes, and he was wearing a military uniform. So the guy behind the kid taps him on the shoulder. Kid turns around, and I'm thinking, oh, God, this guy's going to yell at him, or he's going to say something mean. The guy pulls out a $20 bill, and he says, "Here, take this, pay for your meal." Now the boy's even more embarrassed. And he's like, no, sir, I couldn't possibly accept that. So they start arguing back and forth. The guy's like, "No, take it." And the boy's like, no, I can't. And, you don't have to do that. Finally, the guy in the uniform yells at him, "I am a U.S. Marine, and I am ordering you to take my money." And so the boy took the money and bought them what they wanted, and it was a happy ending. And I swear to you, if I could have jumped over that counter and given that Marine a hug, I would have, because that was the sweetest thing between the sweet little couple on their first date and the guy who paid for everything even though he didn't have to. So be that guy. Be the guy that helps the kid out. Bye.